Hi, my name is Omalaya Awojabi. I'm the visionary therapist at the Relationship Workroom.
And I'm Adenike Awojabi.
So very often, every now and then, we get people ask us questions about our matchmaking program at the Relationship Workroom. This is our platform to clear doubts in people's minds and to provide answers to questions that you may have about our matchmaking program. So join us, and this will be really informative for you. Many people have asked me, "You're a minister. I know you're a minister. How come you do matchmaking?" Well, first of all, let me help you understand this way. The Relationship Workroom does matchmaking. Yeah, we lead the Relationship Workroom. So literally, we do matchmaking. Why do we do matchmaking? I lived outside Nigeria from 2008 to 2017 or 18, right? Upon returning, so we actually, upon returning, both of us, upon returning, one of the things that I discovered, one of the things that we saw, we realized, is the number of older singles who desire to get married, but struggle with finding somebody to marry them. It's alarming. It's alarming. You realize that majority of the prayer platforms that you find Christians go to, one of the major prayer points is marriage. And I'm wondering, it is not this difficult. You see, so it was impressed on our hearts to begin to help people learn the appropriate things that are necessary, to find one to marry, and beyond just teaching it, be their answered prayer. Be one who creates a platform where the connections can happen. So to answer your question more clearly, why do we do matchmaking? Despite, and I understand that that's not something that the African society is really completely open to right now. I mean, society is becoming a lot more open. So let me take the answer to your question to a deeper dimension. Every night before we go to bed in our house, our children come to give us pecks, to say, "Daddy, I love you. Mommy, I love you." My son never goes to bed without a peck. My daughter never goes to bed without a peck. And a hug. Think about it. Every child deserves a father and a mother who expresses love to them. Think about the fact that there are widows who have children who may never know the love of a father. That there are single moms whose children do not know what it means to experience the love of a father. Think about that. Think about the fact that, so for example, one of our clients at 55 has never ever been married. So think about that. And in working with us, at least right now, she's connecting with men, and then finding out which one is a suitable date for her to ultimately lead to marriage.
Yes.
So Relationship Workroom is in the matchmaking space because we are solving a real problem in society. Ultimately, let me tell you this. At the beginning, at the inception of getting into this, I also felt in my heart that because I felt impressed. I really felt impressed. I spoke to my wife about it. I really felt impressed. This is how I felt led. And I mean, all of the societal situations will come up. But guess what? God imparted this in my heart and really commissioned us to do this. And the backing we have is this. Don't forget how Abraham got the oldest servant in his house to get Isaac a wife. Now listen to me. Isaac was 40. How come they had to get a wife for a 40-year-old man? What you need to realize is this. Isaac was a son of covenant.
Yes.
So it was very important who was going to get married to Isaac. Listen to me. And so God said to me, if Abraham was sensitive enough to say, hey, we must find a wife for Isaac, it's a covenant practice. So listen to me. Why do we do matchmaking? We do matchmaking because there's a problem today. People don't know how to find the right spouses. We are in that space to solve that problem by helping people understand the dynamics of choosing the right person, and not that alone, of presenting the right person to them as well.
Wow, that's a very interesting question, because most of the time when we speak to our potential clients, these are the kind of questions they ask. So it's usually a process, and it is an intentional process that we take. You know, it begins with knowing you, the client. We want to know you, and it begins with some counseling and therapy session where we get to know your history, your relationship history, your family of origin tendencies. Yes. We want you to take some tests, assessments, and we'll analyze all of these things. So when we have done this groundwork, then we begin the process of going into our database, because we have a huge number of you know, potential
single persons.
Of persons, and then we, you know, begin to do the search based on the analysis, you know, that we have done. You know, finding out who you are, your personality type, and all of those things. So we begin to do that search, and we get the most suitable, you know, for you at that time. So it's usually a very serious process that we take.
You know, people often ask that question. People say, so how does your matchmaking process go? Do you just pick someone's number, send to another person, and say, oh no? So first of all, the relationship workroom is a structured, organized, you know, functional organization where we have systems, we have processes. For example, we have a department for matchmaking. We have a head of matchmaking. We have a matchmaking counselor. So all of these, systems are to support the process. Now, how does our matchmaking process, what does it look like? All right, so first of all, like Adenike said, there are assessments that you get to do, because one of the first things we do is we want to understand your relationship history, okay? Have you been married before? How did you leave that marriage? You know, what factors contributed to your leaving that marriage? Do you have childhood trauma going on in your life? And all those dynamics. So the first thing that happens, first of all, is getting to understand, you as a person. Okay, so like I said, the assessments that you're doing, there are surveys you're completing, and then there's a counseling process that goes on. Because again, we never allow a person to get into another person's space unprepared, right? And so there's that element of preparation that goes on, and then our matchmakers then go into our network and begin to identify persons who are suitable for this individual, and ultimately the introductions are done, right? And so let me help you understand what we do. And I tell people, what Relationship Workroom does is we do curated introductions. Curated introductions, okay? You really cannot make a person marry another. Do you see? That's not our prerogative. That's not what we do, right? What we do basically is the introduction, okay? and then we guide, we provide intelligence, right, on how to do the relationship well and safe enough in a way that it can lead to marriage. Yeah, so that's how our process goes. It is detailed, it is thorough, it is excellent.
Yes, that's so emotional. It is possible to find someone to love you.
Yeah.
One, because you are worthy of love. I mean, the fact that you've had so many breakups or you've been served breakfast many times, it doesn't negate the fact that there is someone special for you. I mean, I'm a Christian.
Yeah.
I believe that God was intentional about you. I mean, if he thought about where you'll be born, what family you should, be at different times and things like that, then he is particular about your spouse.
Yeah.
And if I will go into the scripture, he says that none shall lack her mate. So that means you have someone there. And yes, you may have made a mistake, might have had relationships without maybe an understanding of what you were doing. It may not have been your fault, but it doesn't mean that there's no special person for you. Now, many people feel like, because I've had just that one person and I believed, sometimes you say God said, and I entered into that relationship, how will I get another God said? You cannot put God in a box, right? So he can always give you another special person. So it's possible to find love again. That's why we are here. That's why we have taken that mandate to help you find that special person, and we take our time to know you well enough so that, professionally and by the grace of God, we are able to find that person and present to you. Yeah. So yes, it is very possible to find love again.
Yes, I'm excited to say to you, people always want to know, people ask that question in different ways. What's your success rate, success, and all of those kind of things, you know. Well, to be sincere with you, when we first started, we struggled with getting testimonials. Again, particularly because you know that what we are in control of is introduction, right? Whether you decide to date a person or to get married to them is actually your decision, right? So initially we struggled. It took us a while to begin to have testimonials of people who will say, I like the introduction. I like the person you introduced to me. Yeah. I'm so excited, you know. And so we have quite a lot of testimonials. Let me tell you the story of, I won't mention names now because we are actually confidential about this process, you know. But this couple that we connected about 2 weeks ago, I'm always excited, you know, when I remember them, because now think about it. This woman had 4 children, and she has 4 children. She has 4 children. Left her husband 9 years ago. They got a divorce. She continues to get battered and abused, and so she had been separated for 9 years, right? This man too was separated. Now think about it. This woman with 4 children. Think about the weight. Even if it's not just the finance, think about the burden of, emotionally supporting 4 children. And there's this wonderful gentleman, just 1 year older than the woman. And they got connected 2 weeks ago, and they're happy. They're looking forward to take things deeper. There's the testimony of Charles. I'll share Charles's testimony again and over, because Charles met the love of his life, through our matchmaking, through one of our platforms, and I didn't even know, that they had connected that way. because I'm not a part of every matchmaking process, you see. So I got the report, Charles came and shared testimony, and yeah, so we have very significant testimonials. I mean, just because of confidentiality, we can't be mentioning people's names, but there are a lot of testimonies with introductions. Yeah. Okay, so at Relationship Welcome, for matchmaking, we have a number of ways by which we help people, connect with potential dates. First of all, we have mocktails and connections. I'm looking forward to this, June, this June's edition of Mocktails and Connection. Mocktails and Connection is a physical gathering. It's a physical event where older singles, meet. Last year it was fun. It's a meet and greet. You come, there's a lot to eat. There's dancing. There's connection.
There are games.
There are games. So you get to live with somebody who has found you interesting. Somebody or people who has found you interesting. At the last edition, a number of people left with even more than one person, who was interested in them. So you can attend Mocktails and Connection. We have Love Beyond Age. It's our webinar, right? So that people from different places can actually connect that way. It's our webinar. So there's Mocktails and Connection. There's Love Beyond Age, and then we also have our singles group. We have a group for singles where you join. Someone can reach out to you. Someone
community.
we have our community. Okay, so someone, I've been asked again and over, well, do you have an app? Do you have, so we have that in the pipeline. However, really at the core of it, Relationship Welcome will always be an organization that does one-on-one engagement because it is richer, the results are a lot deeper, and particularly because for us, matchmaking is not just random, it is curated. Even with the app, we would continue to do curated introductions.
And then we also have the programs where they get to do one-on-one.
Yes. Oh, yes. Thank you for reminding me. And so we have, oh, wow, it's really, really beautiful. Actually, we have three kinds of core curated matchmaking programs. We have the basic.
Yes.
We have the basic. So in the basic, you have the option of meeting, of getting one or two introductions. We have the executive, where you get introduced to as much as 5 people, right? And then you find out that, oh, I'm introduced to this person, but we don't connect. Okay, so you have the opportunity to get another introduction. We have the executive program where you get to be so the premium, that's 5, and we have the executive where you get to introduce as much as 8 people. For a single person, and you've been introduced to people, by the time you meet the 8th person, you should have found somebody that you do your life with. So these are the opportunities that we present at the Relationship Welcome, to help people find potential dates and ultimately spouses. All right, so thank you for staying tuned and watching. I hope that the questions in your hearts have been answered. If you still have questions, you want to talk to us, or you're wondering, how can I be a part, how can I engage in one of the matchmaking opportunities, how can I be connected, how can I be introduced? All right, there's a number showing on your screen, 09073575510. Send us a WhatsApp message on that line. Just say, I'm interested in being match made, and someone would reply you. Cheers.
Cheers.